Hey all, today I'm going to expand on a clip from our latest VCN meetup. Stephen Pope presented, and in that presentation, he hit on something small that can mean big things for your solopreneurship. Let's check out the clip.
Taking me, 5 to 10 minutes, it might just take me a minute or two.
Yeah, right.
And then if you multiply that, so I post over 100 pieces of content a week. And so when you think about that level of content, it starts to really make a big difference. And then the
Right.
other thing that's cool too is that I then take all of those same transcripts that were cleaned up, and then I just post those. I post those alongside the video, but I can also just take those through the Airtable system and post those as text posts later down the road
Yeah.
and really start to reuse all this stuff. So all of these little pieces of content that I'm generating become little assets.
So Stephen opens this clip with the declaration that some of the tasks that he has optimized through AI used to take him 5 to 10 minutes, and they now only take him a minute or two. If you take those numbers literally, he's talking about a time savings of 3 to 9 minutes, which probably doesn't move the needle for most businesses. I know it wouldn't for mine. But then Steven drops the bomb that he's publishing 100 pieces of content a week. Whoa, now you can extrapolate that modest time savings from 3 to 9 minutes to 5 to 15 hours per week in time savings, or up to 750 hours saved if you're working off the typical American work schedule. Damn, those minutes add up. Now, I would consider Steven's content production an outlier. I don't produce 100 pieces of content per week, and frankly, I don't know anybody else who approaches that level of content production. Steven's a machine, but I also would say you don't need to save 750 hours a year to see value in the concept of compounding time savings. As solopreneurs, we wear multiple hats and we face countless responsibilities each day. And that's why finding ways to optimize our time becomes crucial to our success. Whether you're looking at content or not, the secret lies in harnessing the power of small, repeatable time savings within your business. These seemingly minor efficiencies can have a profound impact on your productivity and overall well being when you consider them over a longer timeline. So, how do you take advantage of this concept in your business? Well, like everything in the VCN, my suggestion is that you start small and build. What is one repeatable task that you can optimize for time savings, whether that be through AI automations like Steven's clip suggested, delegating to a VA, or process tweaks? Start with one task, make it a part of how you do business, and then move on to another. I can use this piece of content that I'm creating right now to illustrate this point. It's an example of compounding time savings within my own business. These commentary style videos are replacing our old interview based podcasts, and they happen twice a month, so they check that repeatable box. I'll also note that what I'm about to outline for you didn't happen all at once. It's been an incremental evolution of the process of creating these videos over the past few months, the small tweaks that are adding up to bigger savings. So I'm here in front of you with this video Waypoint, and this whole piece of content has been a bit of an exercise in streamlining on my end and finding ways to add more value to you. First off, I produce this content live. The fancy overlay graphics, cutaways to other clips, and a number of hopefully relevant thoughts with no editing or post-production, just like we teach in the VCN. If you're comparing it to traditional production, you can chalk up a few hours of save time right there. Secondly, when I use this format, there's no searching for guests or syncing schedules like there were in our interview-based podcasts. We draw on the experts and the guests from our VCN meetup events, which are events that we're putting on already. This saves anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour per version of this episode. Third, I worked a lot on process. It's dialed in. I've sanded off a lot of the rough edges as I tested this format. Savings of 5 minutes there, 10 minutes there, but it's a pretty tight operation now. These videos, the majority of the time of creating these videos is writing the commentary. The actual production time is about 15 minutes. These video waypoints are not only much quicker for me to produce, but they reiterate the value of our VCN meetups, and they bring you, the audience, a lot more value too. Overall, they're an improvement and a time saver. I don't have the volume of production that Steven does, but with this tweak in format and focus on our process, I save 4 or more hours per month versus what was our already streamlined process for creating podcasts. And if I look back a little further, I'm saving at least a full 8 to 10 hours per month over the old in-studio version of the podcast that we used to produce pre-pandemic. That's a lot of freed up time to work on my business and put in time for my clients. Think about a task that you do every day or have scheduled regularly. What can you do to shave off a few minutes? Automation, delegation, process? If you do it every time, those time savings will add up.